Hello, good morning, aloha, good afternoon, happy hump day. It's Wednesday. I'm John Anthony. Thank you for tuning in to School of Life, Volume 2, SOL. Why School of Life is important right now, because there's a lot of content out there. I don't know if there's a lot of content designed towards helping people by just experiencing and talking about failure, specifically things that I've experienced in my professional in personal life, and these might not be your experiences, but I'm going to share with you some of mine, because if you're thinking about doing your own thing after this, you're thinking about maybe making a career change or making a life change, or you're already in the middle of doing that right now during these times, I want to encourage that, because this is a great time to be creative. This is a great time to look inside yourself and to be brave. So I'm going to share with you some of my experiences, hopefully through my failures and my lessons, that I can explain to you guys. You won't make the same mistakes, and you'll be much more successful than I will. So my first video is on YouTube. I talked about some of my experiences, and one of I touched on two things that I'm going to end up sharing with you guys over the future. One of the fails was my first day at the sandwich shop, selling sandwiches to 0 customers. And the second fail I mentioned in my first video was talking about spending a lot of money on a build out that ended up getting shut down due to permitting issues. But this video we'll be talking about just about my first day open, and what that experience was like, and I'm hopefully going to share some things with you that can prevent you from having the same type of experience that I had. Okay, so again, so thank you. Right now, I want to give a shout out real quick. Some of my social media content providers, people that have been inspiring me during these crazy times. People like Gary Vee, people like Ike Shihada with his Tiger King videos, and of course Kevin Hart, funny guy, The Rock, hilarious. I love those two. Ellen, my girl. Anyways, let me know who your favorites are. I'm curious to pick up new folks. So, just jumping into it, who am I? I'm John Anthony. I am a father. I'm a husband, father of 2 boys, husband of a beautiful woman. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. I'm an investor. I'm a small business owner. I'm ex-military. And real quick story about me, backstory, just super quick. I got my first job when I was 12 years old. I was a paper boy. I quickly grew that one route into several routes by just delivering great customer service, and with the help of my family and friends, and after school, I grew this route to have several $100s worth of income monthly at the age of 12 years old in the 90s, and I never stopped loving money from then, and I was hooked. And again, these are some of my experiences. Hopefully I can share with you, and you can be better. So my first day in business at the sandwich shop, the first video touched on having to close one of our businesses, and that business started, but on the first day we didn't sell any sandwiches, just like my good friend Ike Shihada. I don't know if he served any customers, but that day we didn't sell any sandwiches. We did serve customers. We ended up giving away a bunch of free food, and we gave an amazing experience to each one of those people. And 1 told 2, and 2 told 4, and 4 told, and that happened 20 times. And there was 1 million people all of a sudden that knew about our business being opened. So how did we not sell any sandwiches the first day? Well, we got so caught up in this idea of opening up a sandwich shop and opening up our own business that we really just started going through all the permitting issues, going through the city, applying for all the licensing, registering with the Board of Equalization for a tax numbers and all that stuff. And in a restaurant, other businesses are different. In a restaurant, the final thing you do is you get an inspection from the health department. They come in and they inspect. You have to have all your stuff purchased, all of your items to open, all of your food equipment. They have to make sure that all of your all of your refrigeration can stay cold enough, right? And everything is the right temperature. So it's really chaotic. You end up buying all the equipment. You don't know when they're going to be able to come out and do your final inspection, and then finally they give you the green light. Our green light ended up being on the day the Giants had their World Series victory, 2010. Ended up being that day was our first day open, November 1st. And it just so happened they gave us the green light on that day in the morning, and we weren't planning on really being open. We hadn't told anybody. So we kind of sat there all day and, feel the dreams. If you build it, they will come, right? Well, yes and no. Nobody knew we were open. You can have the best food in town, the best little sandwich shop, the best food in town. But if nobody knows you're open, how do they find you, right? So what we ended up doing was we ended up going home that day, super humbling. We didn't sell any sandwiches. Back to the drawing board the next day. Ended up being a little bit different. But I'm going to share with you some things, 3 steps that I think you can take to ensure that you don't have the same problems that I do. Because if you want to open up your own business, I encourage it. But don't sell 0 sandwiches. Don't have 0 customers your first day. Don't have 0 paying customers your first day. Make it more successful than my business. Make it more successful. And again, that business lasted 10 years. So if you can sell 0 of your item, whatever you do, whether you're a hairdresser, whether you are trying to do online content, whether you're trying to do personal training, whether you're trying to do web design, if you can sell 1 of those things, or you can have 1 paying customer your first day, you can make it more than 10 years. I made it 10 years without selling a single sandwich the first day for this business. So again, much encouragement there. But first thing you got to do is you got to tell people. If you're going to be successful in business, you have to tell people that you're going to be doing this. Be brave, be loud, and don't be shy. Tell everybody you know. Tell your friends, tell your family. Social media is great. Call the news. Local news right now is hungry for positive content. So if you do end up deciding to open up something, especially if it's relevant to all of this COVID and health and sickness and stuff, let the news media know. You might get some free publicity there. Great way. And again, the ideas I'm going to give you, these 3 steps on how to make sure you're successful, they don't involve a lot of investment. There's a million ways to make sure that people know you're opening. You can buy billboards and spend hundreds and thousands of dollars in advertising. These are just 3 simple ways to start a small business that you could do at home, that you yourself could do, that anybody could do this. So tell your friends, tell your family, social media, call the news. Those are easy ways. And make sure your folks know. Make sure your folks know that all your friends know that you're going to be there. And don't be like us. Don't tell anybody. We got so excited on being open, we forgot to tell folks we were going to be open. So call businesses that might need your service. If you're going to be opening up a bookkeeping business, or fast food, or personal fitness, or your web design, or drop shipping, then you better know who your customers are. You better know, who you expect to sell these things to, and reach out to some of your big local whales, people that you expect to maybe be big customers of yours, and reach out to them before you get open. Let them know that you are hoping to open. Let them know that you are planning to be open, and show them your intentions. Just like Bieber said, show them your intentions, Bieber, and again, let them know, so that way they're expecting you. If you have a business that is viable to those customers, then they'll be expecting you to open. They'll be waiting for you to open, so they'll be excited to hear that you are opening. So call businesses, and call customers that you think might be, a customer base people. Again, this is all about just things you can do for free, things you can do just to ramp things up, making a few phone calls, letting people know, social media. And number 3 is don't be afraid to give it away. A lot of people are so worried about their investment when they first start that they're afraid to maybe let people try their product. I'm going to tell you that, we didn't sell any subs our first day, but we gave away some subs, and we let them know that if you enjoyed our experience and you love us and you love the food today, then you got to tell 2 people. Tell 2 people that the food was good, and encourage them to come in and buy subs so you can support us. And 1 told 2, and 2 told 4, and 4 told 8. And if that happens 20 times with your business, 1 million people will know that you are open within a short time. And again, you could spend tons of money on advertising, and you could put billboards up and down any local area you're going to be in. But I believe that word of mouth is your biggest advertising. And there's a book I think you should read called Raving Fans by, I believe it's Ralph Buchard. I don't know. Don't quote me on the author's name. But Raving Fans is the name of the book, and it's fantastic. Anybody opening up a business right now, I encourage them to read it, because it just gives you an idea. And if you give it away, and you happen to give away your product, you give away a free haircut, or you give away a bookkeeping service, or anything, and you let somebody know that you have the ability and you aren't afraid to give it and to show that trust, you might end up getting a raving fan from them. They might end up giving you referrals, and it might end up being the best part about your business. And very quickly, you could be working by referral only. Another great book by, I believe, I want to say Joe Strumpf. I don't know the names of these authors, don't quote me, but the name of the book is important. By referral only. If you do your business well enough, after a short period of time, you don't have to waste a lot of money getting new customers, because you're doing such a great job retaining and keeping the ones you have that they become your biggest fans and they become your advertisement for you. How cool is that if you have 1 million people that love your business and they're out there supporting you and telling people to go in and support you as well. And again, that's it. If you do all 3 of those things, step 4 is be ready. Step 4 is be ready to be busy with your business. Be ready to be busy making calls and fielding calls. And as a business owner, you are important to steer the ship. You got to make your own momentum. You have to be the one that's pushing the force, if that's your job. If not, build a team around you and hire somebody who can do that for you. If that's not you, if you want to do the business but you don't want to push it and sell it, then you got to partner with somebody. You got to hire somebody that can do that stuff for you, and that way the word's getting out that that you're the best in town. Again, you can have the best business in town, the best. You could be the best bookkeeper, or the best hairstylist, or the best nail technician, or the best anything. But if people don't know that you're doing it, you're just the best person nobody knows about. So that's my 2 cents today at School of Life today. I kept it short and sweet. Last video got a little bit long-winded, but that was just super fresh. And we had just closed the doors for that place, and I had a lot of energy and emotion I wanted to share with you guys for that video. So that was my School of Life Volume 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think. Please let me know if there's other things that you would like me to touch on. I've been a consultant for Aflac, for Coldwell Banker, for Cutco, for a number of different industries. I've consulted with their sales technicians. So if any questions or any industry that you want me to post about, again, there'll be plenty of videos I have from my experiences, but I'll be running out of stuff at some point, and I'll be curious to know what you guys think. Thanks again for tuning in. Hope you have a great hump day. Please be safe, and hopefully all this stuff blows over soon. But now is a good time to be brave. Open your own business if you're thinking about it. Take my School of Life, take my failures, and make them your successes. Take the things that I've done and don't make the same mistake twice. That's the best thing about people, is we can learn from others. So again, thank you for tuning in. More to come. Stay tuned for School of Life Volume 3, where I talk about spending way too much money on a space only to find out that the permitting wouldn't allow it. Ooh, man, tons of info there. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.